So picture this, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of I'm so done with acting herself, gliding off a Hollywood movie set like she just reclaimed the throne she never actually had. The walk? Oh, it was the walk. That proud, chin tilted, see? I told you I could still do this strut. She had just wrapped a tiny little cameo, literally 30 seconds, in a romantic comedy called Close Personal Friends, playing none other than herself. And she wasn't exactly surrounded by small names either. This set had real Hollywood heavyweights, Lily Collins, Brie Larson, Henry Golding, Jack Quaid, people whose resumes are built on actual movies, not interviews, docudramas, or jars of jam with price tags that could feed a family for a week. But oh honey, if only she knew what was coming. Because not days later, not weeks later, almost immediately the studio hit the delete button. Like, boom, gone. Erased from the final cut the same way you delete your ex's number after a bad breakup. The cameo wasn't trimmed, adjusted, or polished. It was obliterated. And why? Because the test audience, the folks who watch movies early so studios don't embarrass themselves, took one look at Meghan's cameo and said, absolutely not. No thank you. Why is she here? This ruins the vibe. Imagine being cut from a movie faster than a typo in a WhatsApp message. That's what happened. So Amazon MGM Studios faced a choice. Option A, keep Meghan in and risk audiences hating the movie. Option B, cut her now and risk her PR team melting down like butter on a hot pan. You already know which option they chose. Delete. The cameo was so unwanted, they decided it was safer to cut a Duchess than keep her for 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Hollywood didn't just say no. Hollywood said, we'd rather pretend this never happened. And honestly, that's when the real drama begins. Because here's the stuff no press release will ever admit. People magazine, Meghan's favorite unicorn-shaped megaphone, wrote that she was happy, relaxed, and down to earth on set. Sweet, right? Almost believable. But the people who were actually there whispered an entirely different tea. According to insiders, Meghan didn't just show up, smile, say her line, and leave like any normal cameo actor. Of course not. Reportedly, she arrived with notes, suggestions, concerns, questions, and, wait for it, ideas for her own character arc. A character arc for a cameo where she literally plays herself. Imagine being the director and hearing, I'm playing me, but I have some thoughts about how you should portray me. Meanwhile, the actual stars, Lily Collins, Brie Larson, Henry Golding posted nothing about working with her. No selfies, no behind-the-scenes giggles, not even a polite, had fun on set today, nothing. In Hollywood, silence isn't just silence. There's, oops, I forgot to post silence. There's, I'm busy silence. And then there's this silence, the we're not getting anywhere near that mess silence. And now we get to the juicy part. Why was Meghan even in this movie? Because just 2 years ago, Meghan told Variety she was done with acting. Completely. Her exact vibe was absolutely not returning. Fast forward to today, and suddenly she's on a random set in Pasadena playing herself. For less time than it takes to boil an egg. So, what changed? One word, money. That Sussex lifestyle is expensive. The mansion, the security, the staff, the PR treadmill running 24/7s trying to clean up every new headline. And let's be real, every project Meghan has touched lately has collapsed. Faster than a cheap camping chair. Netflix, fizzling. Spotify, canceled. Speaking gigs, dry. Her brand, mocked. Trademarks, rejected. Jam launch, disaster. When your entire media empire is making less noise than a sleeping cat, you only have one escape route left. Back to Hollywood. Except this. It wasn't a comeback. This wasn't even a return. It was a cameo, a desperate little remember me moment. And even that didn't survive the editing room. Hollywood didn't just close the door, it locked it. Turned off the lights. Hung a sign saying, we are closed. And just when you think the Meghan drama train might slow down for a second, the universe said, oh sweetheart, we're just warming up. Because while Meghan was busy rehearsing her Hollywood Duchess comeback moment, Prince William was in Brazil, yes, Brazil making global headlines for something actually meaningful. His big moment, the Earthshot Prize, his huge climate initiative, a royal doing real work, a future king leading a major global project. You get the idea. But guess what happened on the exact same day? Meghan's team magically leaked the story of her relaxed, happy return to acting. Not the deletion, not the backlash, just the cute part. And the palace? Oh, the palace was fuming. Royal commentator Kinsey Schofield spelled it out loud and clear. Every time William or Catherine have a significant moment, suddenly, as if by divine coincidence, Meghan pops into the media spotlight. A major royal tour, Meghan leak. A global event, Meghan leak. Kate recovering from surgery, Meghan leak. William abroad for a historic climate event, guess what? Acting comeback leak. Insiders said the timing wasn't just suspicious, it was strategic, calculated, and honestly, pretty disrespectful. And as this drama was unfolding in real time, there was one group that should have had Meghan's back, her Suits family. 7 years working together, laughing together, eating lunches, sharing trailers, hugging at wrap parties. But when her cameo disaster hit the headlines, silence. Not a single cast member swooped in to defend her. No Patrick J. Adams post, no Sarah Rafferty message, no Gina Torres comment, not even one meme from Rick Hoffman, and that man lives for memes. The silence was loud. Like slam the door, but softly, kinda loud. Only one person stepped up. Wendell Pierce, who played her the father on the show. He spoke kindly, respectfully. But you know what happens when only one person speaks? It highlights the fact that everyone else didn't. One voice in a sea of quiet isn't support. It's a spotlight, a giant blinking neon one, revealing how isolated she is in the industry she once called home. And if Meghan's chapter is isolation, then Harry's chapter is pain. Because while Meghan is hustling for visibility, Harry is drowning in the consequences of choices he made out of love, or at least what he thought was love mixed with hope and ambition. He gave up everything. His titles, his military identity, his family, his home, his purpose. And for what? A Hollywood life that never happened, a media empire that crumbled, a brand mocked endlessly online, and now a wife whose big return got cut like an unwanted scene in a bad audition tape. Imagine being Harry for 1 second. You walk away from a 1,000-year-old institution thinking you're stepping into stardom, and suddenly Hollywood slams the door so hard it rattles his entire new identity. Royal fans don't want Meghan. Hollywood won't hire her. Brands don't trust her. And the public, they're exhausted. Behind the scenes, insiders say Harry is trying to hold everything together, trying to be supportive, but he's losing pieces of himself day by day. And now the rumors have begun, the ones nobody wants to talk about, but everyone whispers about quietly: professional separation. Meghan, chasing cameras and headlines. Harry, craving peace and silence. Two people walking in opposite directions, tied together by tension so thick it practically crackles between them. And every time something goes wrong, which lately is always, the strain grows. And now we reach the grand finale. The part where Hollywood delivers its cold, brutal verdict. The kind that doesn't come with polite wording or sugar-coated public statements. The quiet truth behind Meghan's deleted cameo wasn't just a decision made in an editing room. It was a message, a loud one. A message wrapped in a single painful sentence: Meghan Markle is too risky to hire. Hollywood cares about one thing above everything else: money. And Meghan right now doesn't bring profit, she brings noise. Not the fun kind. Not the exciting kind. The chaotic, headline-splitting, audience-dividing kind that studios run from. Think about it. A 30-second cameo shouldn't tank a whole test screening score, but it did. A cast shouldn't feel the need to avoid posting one simple photo, but they did. A studio shouldn't fear keeping a cameo in a cute rom-com, but they did. It wasn't personal, it was business. And Meghan has become a business risk. And after everything, the royal drama, the interviews, the documentaries, the brand launches, the rebrands, the speeches, the reinventions, her biggest challenge isn't Hollywood, it's trust. She's lost trust from the royals, from Hollywood, from former colleagues, from audiences, from brands, even from the very industry she once fought so hard to break into. And that's the real heartbreak in this entire saga. Not the deleted cameo, not the PR spin, not the silence from her old castmates. The tragedy is that Meghan Markle has run out of places to reinvent herself. For someone who built her entire life on reinvention, this is the harshest ending of all a Crossroads, with no path left, no door open, no narrative ready to save her. Just the echo of what could have been, fading in the background of a Hollywood that moved on without her.